Hi, welcome back to my channel. Student visa with spouse, family visa. Available options for spouse. First option. Apply dependent visa at the same time with the main applicant. Second option. Apply visit visa at the same time with the main applicant. Third option. First main applicant moves into Canada and sponsor for the spouse. We'll analyze each option, then you will be able to understand which option is ideal for you. First option. Apply dependent visa at the same time with the main applicant. Usually this is the method that Canadian government website also mentioned in order to apply for spouse visa. Need to show adequate funds at the time of applying the visa. Funds requirement will depend on your course and number of dependents. If you need to know how much needs specifically for you, please comment your details below. I'll reply you as soon as possible. Both persons must do biometrics and medical tests at the same time. Back home. Before coming to Canada, spouse also get the full-time work visa. There is a high risk of rejecting the spouse visa. Most of the time only approve the main applicant, student visa only. Actually, this is the problem, even though everybody is telling that, legally spouse is eligible for dependent work visa, I can say as an overall, if you do a research, you can see 90% spouse visa cases has been rejected. Therefore, please keep it remember that is the main risk associated with this process. We'll see the second option. Apply visit visa at the same time with the main applicant. Need to show adequate funds at the time of applying the visa. As I explained earlier, fund requirement will depend on your course and number of dependents. Higher level of visa success rate. Spouse has to do biometrics before applying for the visa. But most of the time no need to do medical tests. However, after you come to Canada you have to do a medical test before you are applying for a work permit. Therefore, the best thing is that before you come to Canada you, spouse, also do a medical test from an authorized medical practitioner and keep that reference number and document given by medical officer with you. Bring those documents with you and once you apply your work permit you can submit that medical reference at that time. Try to do your medical test from back home. Then you can save your money, because in Canada medical tests are a little bit expensive when compared to other developing countries. The other thing is that, once you come to Canada, you don't have any idea about roads, transportation methods, so it's really hard to find out approved medical practitioner in Canada. Unless you have somebody to help, like a close family member. Use following link to find out the approved medical practitioner in your country. This is the link of the Canadian government immigration website related to authorized medical practitioners. This is third option which is available under spouse visa category. First main applicant moves into Canada and sponsor for the spouse. First main applicant, student, move into Canada. After few months, main applicant must sponsor and bring the spouse under the dependent visa or visit visa. Main applicant spouse has to show money on behalf of his spouse or common law partner. Most of the visa agencies are recommending this method, because once main applicant sent to Canada, they can get their commission from Canadian Educational Institute. Personally, I'm not recommending this method, because you also going to Canada as a student, so you also not establish well, while studying you can't do a full-time work. Only thing is a part-time job, 20 hours per week. If you also unstable, you can't sponsor for somebody else. Unless you are coming from a rich family background. Because if you want to sponsor for somebody, you must prove that you are well established in Canada and you can look after the other person. Otherwise you can't bring anybody. Only thing is after few months, you can bring your spouse and kids under visit visa for a temporary period, mentioning that they are just coming for a few weeks to see you during your vacation period. So, if you want to keep them with you and need to apply work permit, once they come to Canada again you have to follow my previous option guideline. Overall summary. apply dependent visa at the same time with the main applicant. I'm not recommended this method, because by researching the past visa cases, I would like to say there is a huge risk of rejecting your spouse visa. Apply visit visa at the same time with the main applicant. This is the recommended method by me, due to higher level success rate and entire family can come into Canada at the same time. First main applicant moves into Canada and sponsor for the spouse. I'm not recommending this method also, because there is no any guarantee or any kind of specific law saying that definitely you can bring your spouse and so on. Let's say first you came to Canada and after a few months you apply your spouse visa. What happen if visa officer reject your spouse? Then you can't imagine even what to do. Even you can't reverse your option, because you already paid your course fee and everything, they are not willing to refund your money back. At least, under first two options, if visa officer reject spouse visa, you can make a request and ask to refund the college or university fee paid by you. Then definitely they will refund the full amount. But if you come first, later on you can't reverse your option. Then you will stuck in the middle, you don't have any choice. You have to stay in Canada without your spouse for another couple of the months or years, and thereafter again your spouse has to apply for visa. I hope now you have a better idea about spouse visa process. If you have any kind of issues, comment below, I'll provide answers right away. Please subscribe my channel, then you will not miss my next video, spouse work permit applying process once you come to Canada. Thank you.